What's up everybody, Jordan here, back with another video for the Jordan Stoltz YouTube channel, covering everything here at Stoltz Farm Incorporated on what we're doing with the 2025 crop. To refresh, at the farm we plant barley, wheat, canola, soybeans, sometimes sunflowers, but not this year or the year prior. And today is the first day of harvest 2025. We are going at barley harvest right now. There's some clouds in the sky. The gap in time between the last video to this one, the end of planting to the start of harvest, was what it was. Some stuff going on this summer, little random projects on some machinery, working on some combine headers most recently. Couple of very big storms coming through the area here in North Dakota. Tornadoes, strong winds, hail, all this crazy stuff. Nothing too damaged, just a lot of tree branches down and swing set blowing over and little stuff like that, that's all pretty fixable, so that's good. Some storm cleanup was definitely on the agenda this summer, however, and it looks like we might have some thunderstorms today. We have some clouds up here in the sky, and it's looking a little bit darker than it did about an hour ago. Nonetheless, we're gonna press on with harvest until we're rained out. Barley harvest is what's going on. I think, we did quite a bit last night already, and then today afternoon, and right now it's about 4 o'clock. So harvest is well underway. I'm gonna be on truck duty today. I'm kind of coming in after job number 1 into the farm. So we're gonna jump in the trucks and get the trucks caught up. We have a full semi out in the field right now. The grain cart's going with the 2 combines, so quite active out there. And here I am just sitting in the truck talking to the camera. So I got my trusty dog here, Piper. We're ready to roll, try to get caught up with these trucks, unload some barley into some bins, hopefully don't get rained on, and continue on with the first day of harvest for the videos at least. Let's get started. trucks down. I don't know, maybe that's 3 of these tandem trucks and 1 semi, I think. Got another tandem full in the field, so we kind of continue on. We're caught up though. We're kind of have 1 pretty full semi out there, 1 empty, their grain cart's going, and you know, this empty truck. So I think we're kind of like on pace with where the grain cart and everything is. Combines both running. Seem like everything's going well out there. So the harvest is going to continue for the barley this year, and we are going to continue with the trucks, trying to stay out of the itch, even though it is pretty hot today. Barley just gets me so rashy and itchy, it's just not worth, you know, the lack of sweat and trade with the itch isn't a good trade-off there. So we're going to go get the next truck, continue on. Stay tuned. Now getting some barley harvest in. Sun is starting to set, so we're not going to be out here too much longer, I don't believe. I think they're still staying like pretty dry, like 12-13%, but we're not going to push it and, you know, get into where it's going to be too wet tonight. If you guys remember from last year's videos, the John Deere 9770 burned up in a combine fire. We still do have the 9760, which is what I'm in right now. The other combine going today is the S770. That's the other combine that kind of took the place of that 9770 that burned up. And I think everything's going pretty good with that combine. I kind of have to get the report on it. All we used that one last year for, or actually we used a rental that was the same model but a different combine, was for soybeans. So we haven't actually used that for any grassy crops like barley and wheat yet, but it seems to be going pretty well because things have been smooth today. I'm not saying they'll continue to be smooth. Issues and breakdowns do happen in harvest. That's kind of part of the gig, but it is nice to have the first day or two of harvest be long, uneventful, no major breakdowns or repairs, and actually knocking out some good acres. So that's some good stuff today, and I'll kind of continue here in the combine until quitting time, and we'll end the video here since it has been a little bit since recording a video. We'll stop here, kind of pick up tomorrow with another harvest vlog. So thank you very much for joining me for this one, everybody. Today was a lot of truck unloading, hopefully not a lot of itch tonight, but a good day nonetheless. Kicking off Harvest 2025. Stay tuned for the next one, everybody. Peace.